G'day people, here I am at the old Sandhurst jail in Bendigo. I'm here to do a song that I rewrote, which I call the Ballad of Jack Doolan. It tells the true story of the man whose name appears in the Wild Colonial Boy. Now the Wild Colonial Boy is a load of fantasy and certainly is nothing like the true life of Jack Doolan. We know what the true life of Jack Doolan was because it's recorded in newspapers of the time and court records. Now Jack Doolan was a Australian-born, Victorian-born in Castlemaine, and he grew up here in Bendigo. His parents ran a sly grog shop just over there in Barnard Street. And he wound up here in Sandhurst on several occasions for crimes that he committed as a teenager. He was not a successful criminal, not by any means, and he spent most of his teenage and adult life in jail, a lot of it in Pentridge in Melbourne. It's a really sad story, really sad, and it's not a heroic or glorious story, but I've rewritten the Wild Colonial Boy to tell the truth. So here it is, the true story, the Ballad of Jack Doolan. There was a bad Australian boy, Jack Doolan was his name, the son of Irish convicts. He was born in Castlemaine. His father was a burglar and his mother was as well. In 1856 began his short life full of hell. In Bendigo, Jack skipped his school, preferring to muck about. His parents ran a sly grog shack when the mining didn't pan out. The age of 12, his father duly sent him out to work, apprenticed to a shoemaker whose junior was a jerk. The junior, named John Zana, liked to bully the younger Jack. He called him slack, an Irish pig, and would not take it back. He accused him of stealing his cobbler's knife. No ifs, nor ands, no buts. So Jack opened his pocket knife and stabbed him in the guts. Jack was arraigned for GBH and was not granted bail. The judge showed him no mercy and gave him 12 months in jail. There he met Ned Donnelly while serving at Hobson's Bay. A horse thief caught up Axedale Way, convinced that crime would pay. At the early age of 15 years after he'd served his time, he joined with Ned, who had escaped, and planned a life of crime. They stole a labourer's suit of clothes, and then they pinched a horse. The glorious life of a bushranger is how they viewed their course. On New Year's Eve in 71, they looked to grow some more. They bravely chose a widow alone and pounded on her door. They put a pistol to her head and threatened to take her life. Poor Bridget gave them all she had to save herself from strife. After more shameful thieving, they then found they needed a cart. So they went to Hallinan farm, a move that they deemed smart. When caught while harnessing up the cart, they pointed their pistol again, charged and capped and threatened the man that they'd blow out his brain. The farmer saddled up his horse and galloped off in pursuit, collecting Constable Davidson while scoping the miscreant's route. The boys were stopped at Robin Hood Inn, too frightened to resist, not firing a shot but letting themselves be meekly cuffed by the wrist. The pair were locked in Sandhurst, and Jack heard his brother had drowned. Judge Williams gave Jack 14 years, and his ma gave a heart-rending sound. When her other son Tom was given 5 years, she must have lost her mind. She opened a brothel and pimped her daughter. Her fate had been defined. Jack was released from Pentridge Jail in 1882. He went and lived in Hawthorne while considering what to do. He married Amelia Watkins, and at last he saw the sun. But then he caught TB and died, still only 31. That's a sad story.